We're just saying, Coach, a very important week. You guys will be jetting off to the US very soon. You also had two good victories just last weekend in this week.
Yeah, look, it's very important for us to build up for this tournament, especially with the oppositions that we had, and to go out there with good results. You saw the previous two games, we came back very, very strong. We had two good wins, and we had a game yesterday against a team from Botswana, which I think the preparation went well. And as a technical team, we've managed to get what we wanted to get out of the players.
And maybe just what you make of the opposition that you'll face in the US. I think Atletico will be there, some teams from a team from Japan. Just what you make of the opposition you'll face.
Yeah, look, we looked at Kansas City, and we understand how they approach their games. A team that moves the ball very, very quick. They've got a very quick striker up front in Temo Chamwinga, and they also got Williams, who's currently playing with the national team of US in the Olympics. We're expecting a team that plays a very, very quick football. And with that being said, we've got to be to bring our A game for us to be able to stop them. But we don't want to focus more on them. We also got our own strength, and I think it's one of the games that we need to go out there and showcase that what talent we have in Africa.
Speaking of showcasing talent, Coach, you also have talent yourself, by the way. Now I watched highlights of Kansas City playing against the Tigres from Mexico, and Kansas City won comfortably 4-1. Were you able to watch that match? And from that game, what were your what are the points that you perhaps took out?
Now, I'm glad you posed this question, and I had an opportunity to watch that game where I saw Kansas City hammering the Tigres forward with our own Tembi Kgatlana scoring the only goal for Tigres. Like I said earlier on, when you look at the team Kansas City, they rely more on their pacey players. Especially, it's one of those teams that play with a wing play. So we are also a team that normally plays with a wing play. So it's going to be pound for pound for us against them. So we'll definitely have to be at our best on the day.
Coach, this is a massive opportunity for Sundowns Ladies, for a South African and African team to be playing in such a big stage. But also, how do you guard against complacency? Because I'm told there'll be too many scouts there. How do you get into your players to say, let's focus on this? If a deal comes, it will come, but don't look for it.
Yeah, look, it's my duty as a coach to calm the players down, so that players, they don't get overwhelmed by the stage and all that, and the fact that there's going to be too many scouts who are scouting them. First thing first, we need to make them understand that they're playing for the team. They're not only playing for themselves. They're representing the badge that is in front, and the rest it will follow. Look, we are given an opportunity to go out there and showcase African football, and the reason why we are the African champs, I think it's one of those things that managed us to get an opportunity to go out there and participate with this other continents, So basically for us as a technical team, we've got to do our level best in terms of calming the players down, so that they don't play to shine. Because I've seen this movie before where players, when the scouts are there, they want to play for themselves. So I need to do my level best to see to it that I calm them down.
How important is this event for Sundowns Ladies and for perhaps for South Africa?
Yeah, look, it's very important, not only for Sundowns Ladies, not only for South Africa, but for the whole of Africa, to go out there and prove to the world that in Africa we do have talent, Why am I saying it's important? Even the younger ones who will be watching this game, it will be a motivation for them to say, look, I need to take my career very, very seriously. If I take my career seriously, one day I'll be playing for Mamelodi Sundowns, or one day I'll be playing for Kansas City, I'll be scouted by the scout, or for Inak Kobe from Asia, So it's very, very important for us as Mamelodi Sundowns to go out there and leave the mark.
Coach, you're taking a break from the Hollywood Super League, going to the US, have to come back, continue slightly with the Hollywood Super League, and then there's the Champions League. How do you strike a balance to ensure that you actually get positive results in all?
Yeah, lucky enough, it's not the first time we find ourselves in a situation like this. I think us playing COSAFA previously, it has helped us to build on to such tournaments and going forward. If you recall, we had to play COSAFA and stop Hollywood and go to Champions League. But mentally, I think, and physically, I believe that we are ready to go to US and come back and focus on Hollywood, because we understand the importance of Hollywood Super League. It's one of the leagues that's very, very important. If it wasn't of Hollywood Superbet League, we wouldn't be where we are today. You win Hollywood Superbet League, you get an opportunity to go and participate in COSAFA. You win COSAFA, you also get an opportunity to go and participate in CAF. So for us, the most important tournament in all of those tournaments, it's the Hollywood, for us to win the Hollywood. But we have to strike, or we have to juggle between all other tournaments. And lucky enough, we've got enough squad to do that. You know, we're only taking 26 players out of 31 players that we have. We're only taking 26 players to US. So the rest of the players will be left behind. They're not just going to be left behind doing nothing. They'll be working with our conditioning coaches as well and the other coaches. So when we come back, we know that we'll be able to have players who are a little bit fresher that we can add to those who didn't have enough time to play in US.
Coach, you spoke of UWC, and they're also going to make the COSAFA. It's against the Green Buffaloes of Zambia, who's beating you, who's won this COSAFA qualifiers. What advice would you give UWC?
You know, it's good that I had a chat with Coach Tina Sonkembuli during the Varsity Cup. We discussed what is she to expect against Green Buffaloes. You know, the good thing about UWC, they've been consistent for some time now. You know, and especially in our league, when you recall, it's one of the teams that managed to beat us. If Green Buffaloes managed to beat us, UWC, they also managed to beat us, so it's gonna be a tough one for them. But like I said, I wish them all the best to go out there. It will be very, very nice for South African women's football to have two teams in the CAF Champions League.
Coach, just getting back to the American trip, I guess there's also an opportunity for our ladies to measure up against those guys that side who are more professional in a way.
Yeah, true. You know, because we never had this opportunity to gauge ourselves, especially on a club level, because we've been seeing this thing only in a national team. So in terms of the club level, it's also an opportunity for us, the coaches, to be able to gauge ourselves and see how far we when we compare ourselves with our counterparts from the Europeans, from the Asians. So it's a great opportunity for everyone.
And Coach, you said you traveled with 26 players. What did you look into when you selected those that you selected and left those that you left out?
Yeah, when you look in terms of the number of players that we got, especially we got about 2 games to play. So you will need to rest the players, or let me not say to rest the players, rather you will need to manage the squad better, taking into consideration that we still got Hollywood to come and play, as well as we still got CAF Champions League to come back and play. So as a technical team, we sat down and said, look, we can't take the whole squad. But I think if we can take 26, I think they are quite manageable. So we'll be able to manage those 2 games out of that 4-team tournament.